Hi, welcome back to Dawn Digs In. I'm Dawn, and today we are going to talk about brain dumping. Now, maybe this is something you've never done or a topic that you've never heard of. I have never referred to it as brain dumping, so we're going to learn how to do that together, get our feelings down on paper. This is not journaling, it's not a diary, it is just a method of getting down thoughts and things that are weighing heavy in your brain. It could be anxiety, it could be commitments that you have. It could be problems in relationships. It could be not accomplishing your goals. It could just be a whole bunch of random thoughts that keep you awake at night that if you get it down on a piece of paper, it will really alleviate that excess space and it will leave you open to new things and new ideas and moving on in new directions. So you know how sometimes you feel really overwhelmed when you're trying to start a workout program or a new diet plan and you just don't know where you really need to start? Well, we're going to brain dump for that. So I want you to get yourself some paper, start writing down things that are keeping you from reaching that goal.
Now, there's lots of methods of writing up journals. You can light a pretty candle, get a lovely book, and sit down with your thoughts in a nice quiet place and start listing your anxieties, your fears, your problems in a nice orderly manner. Or you can make a beautiful book. This is my daughter's dump journal, where she keeps it a little more real and she makes categories and makes it beautiful and uses wonderful markers and pens to make it something that she can go back and reference and look at and see how she worked through these different problems. It's just different for everybody, and we have to find the method that works for us. Now, this is my method, and I just tend to pick up spiral binders from the dollar store and just write down different things. I keep them all over the house and have them in different places, and I just dump whenever I feel like it. I just write down random thoughts and ideas, and that's what works for me.
Today, I just want you to write things down. I'm not doing it because I don't have time. I'm finding that the workouts take too long. I'm getting bored. I don't know where to start. I don't want to. And there's nothing wrong with saying you don't want to. But we're going to analyze what we've written down and try and figure out some ways that we can optimize this dump list to make it something really useful and become part of our day-to-day life where we can maybe reach some of these goals and get rid of some of these conflicts that we have. You could be anxious, wanting to earn more money, trying to find a side hustle. What can work for you that you're not doing now? How can you advance in your career? Really open yourself up to the thought of writing down what it is that is creating that block for you. It doesn't have to be super specific. You can just list random thoughts, or you can categorize these, as I said, into finances, relationships, work, commitments, goals. It could be getting ready for the holidays. When are you going to do your Christmas shopping? Have you already done it? Are you somebody that can do it all online? Do you have problems pushing the button on the cart? That's one of my big things. We kind of worked out this little thing with my husband. If I just put things in my cart and when it comes to Christmas, he pushes all the buttons because I just really have a hard time spending. And it's just me. If you're the opposite extreme and have trouble not spending, again, or if you have a problem with clutter and you just can't seem to declutter the table or clear off your countertops or get the clothes off your bed, these are all things that we can write down in our dump journal on things that are causing us anxiety and maybe keeping us from living a happier and healthier and better life that we all want. One nice thing about doing the dump journal is that you can put your thoughts down anytime. There's no time limit. You can do this in the morning. Do not confuse this with your gratitude journal. These are two totally different things. I don't want your gratitude journal in with your dump journal. So if you're somebody that likes to write down your gratitude, get a different book for that. I've been using one, I've linked it down below, that I found really helpful. It's called No Worries, and it's a little journal that I picked up on Amazon, but it really helps you with what your mood is for the day, what things you want to accomplish, how you're feeling. It's just an awesome little journal, and you can see it down below. It's totally different than what we're talking about. Now, a dump journal, if you want to buy a special journal just to do this, and this is great. I go to the dollar store and I buy a bunch of spiral bound books, and they're $1, and I'll buy 10 of them. And I have them all over the house, and I just them in different spots because I never know where I'm going to be when things come to my brain. I sometimes I have one that I just fill with ideas of things that I want to accomplish. I have another one that's just cakes, as I'm a cake decorator and I'm always coming up with different ideas of what I want to do and different flavors. And I have another one that's for things that I want to do with my husband or things I want my husband to do. And sometimes they get really overwhelming because I just dump in a lot of different places. If you're somebody that can do lists and keep yourself really organized, that's great. I'm not, so it's a lot of times I will have to go back through my dump journals, which can be another anxiety causing problem because I am so all over the place. And I'll go back through them and try and organize some of those thoughts and get them in a better frame of mind so that I can actually use them. But that's not really what a dump journal is about. It's just getting down those things that are causing anxiety for you, whether it's daily, weekly, monthly, getting them down in a format that works for you, that maybe can allow you to analyze them better. Or maybe you don't want to analyze them at all. You just want to get down things that are causing you grief that you know that once you write them down, you can move on and move past it. So how do we analyze our journal? Now, what I like to do is just dump, just brain dump away, write down all kinds of things, and then I walk away. Now my brain is free for the day to move on to other things that I have to do or other obligations, and then I come back to them. I may pour myself a cup of tea, I may light a candle, I may sit down in a quiet place, or I may just be doing this when I watch TV. Whatever works for you and however you best need to work in your space is what I want you to be thinking about. So when I start to analyze a journal, we're going to take one topic and we're going to go our health and fitness. You've been wanting to start a fitness program and you've been wanting to eat better and you're really not sure about how to go about doing this. So you've written down all your goals, all the things that are keeping you from doing this. I want to start a fitness routine and I'm not sure what program I'm going to do or what program's going to work best for me or what am I going to eat or what are the foods that I really like that I need to put in this or what do I need to eliminate from my diet. So you've got all that down. You've dumped away and you've got all these things written down. So now we're going to go back through it and we're going to analyze it. Now pick another colored pen or a marker or however you're doing this journal. I find if I pick a different color pen, so I've written everything down in a black pen and now I'm going to go back and analyze in a red pen. So let's say my first thing is I don't know where to start. Okay. Now beside that, I'm going to put down ways I'm going to start. I'm going to get up in the morning and I'm going to hop on the treadmill. You don't have a treadmill, you're going to go for a walk around the block. I'm going to do this before I have my coffee. So you're going to specify exactly how you can overcome each of these obstacles that you've written in your dump journal. I'm going to pick a program. Now let's just say you want to do yoga or you want to do Tracy Anderson. Where do I start? Well, let's start at the beginning. Let's start with a beginner class. If it's yoga, hey, I found yoga with Adrienne. Awesome. She has a 30-day program. You do a different routine every day. It's already set out for you. It's super easy. It's super fun, but she talks the whole way through it. So I'm not standing there with my thoughts randomly going off in the distance as that's what happens to me. I need something that's going to keep my mind focused. And she talks to me and keeps my mind focused. It's the same reason why I do Tracy Anderson. She keeps my mind focused. I'm really concentrating on what the move is. Where did I start? Start at the beginning. I started with Meta. Pick your journey. What do you want to start with? That may not be the program that you stick with for a long period of time, but it can be the program that gets you started on your weight loss and fitness journey. It doesn't have to be your forever program. I've done so many programs over the years. I'm going to talk about some of these programs that I have done because, as I said, your journey changes constantly. Your whole life, your journey is just going to keep changing, and you're going to be doing different things. And whatever program you're doing today may not be the program that you do in 10 years. So this is just some of the stuff that I've done. I did Kettleworks. I did Insanity. Jillian Michaels. Love, love, love. Lots of Jillian Michaels. The Biggest Loser. I know. Yoga with Jillian. 30-day shred with Jillian. HIIT workouts. Core rhythm and body sculpting. Physical activities and pregnancy DVDs. 5-day Pilates. Kathy Smith. Carmen Electra. Yeah, I really thought that I could do this, and no. Skinny Bitch Boot Camp Fitness. Turbo Jam. Love Shalane. The other Carmen Electra. Tai Bo. Billy Blanks. Oh my God, I've done so many Billy Blanks workouts. Core Rhythms again. Yoga for athletes. Pilates for weight loss. Like, seriously. And that's just a start of what I have in my arsenal. So there's many. And now we've got so many different ones online. So don't feel that you have to pick something and stick with it. you are going to change throughout your life. What you do in your 20s is not what you're going to do in your 40s or your 50s or your 60s. And maybe it is. There will come a time when your body says, no, no, you need to switch that. So that's where these dump journals really come into play because you've tried so many different things. Now, if you're looking for your first thing, hey, just pick something and start. The same as with your diet. Just pick something that you've written down there. I don't eat well. I clean up after the kids all the time. I'm always eating their leftovers. Well, there's your first place to stop. I'm not going to eat what they left in their lunch. You know, little things will add up and it will make this dump journal so effective for you in your health and fitness and in living that happy and healthier life. Like, you just need to start. And what an amazing way to get our thoughts and things down. I'm using this for so many areas of my life. But if this is something that you are really trying to focus on, living happy and healthier and getting started on your workout and your eating plan, let's start by dumping it. Dump it down, what's causing you problems, analyze it, figure out what can work, and then write a list of what you're going to do. Now, you've got all that information, let's compile it and make something that is going to work for you. Make your own fitness plan. And you know what? I think that you will find that doing this dump journal or your daily journaling and your gratitude journal will all come together when you start eliminating some of those crazy thoughts in your head that are just keeping you from getting where you want to be. So I hope this has been really helpful to you. And let me know if you do dump journals, if you do gratitude journals. You know, how do you do your journaling? And everybody finds their path. So let me know what your path is. So until I see you next time, I hope you have some great workouts, good eating, get ready for those holidays, know what you're going to do, write it down in your dump journal, start taking steps to giving yourself that life that you've always wanted. You are amazing. I will see you soon. High five.